Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're back with another Red Dwarf. This is Series 3, Episode 1. Really looking forward to this. I am aware that Crichton is back in this series, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that, how it all goes. And yeah, I'm just generally excited to get back into Red Dwarf. I know it has been a while, and I do apologise for that, but things do happen. I do have a bit of a cold. Hopefully that doesn't affect this reaction too much. But yeah, I don't think there's much more. There's a survey that I'd really appreciate if you could fill out. I'll list that in the description below. That just helps me decide, which shows getting the most attention, which shows should get a lot more love over other shows. And yeah, just general advice can also be given if you choose to. It is anonymous, so there's no need for email or anything like that. Yeah, also the full uncut unedited reaction is available on Patreon, also listed in the description below. And without further ado, let's just get straight on into this. Cool new intro. I know this is a special one, so...
You ever see the Flintstones?
Sure.
Do you think Wilma's sexy?
Wilma Flintstone?
I don't think I've seen a few Flintstone episodes, I think, but
Is it
I
me?
haven't really seen that much of it.
What is this place? Ollie? Is it possible? Can this be Earth?
Certainly seems that way. Constellations match, gravity exactly 1G.
What's the year? 3991.
No, it's 1993. It's backwards. I'll
1993,
switch
is
the
that when this was made?
3 brought to life in bank raid. A masked man with a sawn-off shotgun sucked bullets out of 2 cashiers and a security guard in a South London bank tomorrow.
Well, at least there's no death in this
The
world,
armed raider
in a
then
manner of
forced
speaking.
terrified staff to accept £10,000, which he demanded they place in the bank's vaults. The man, Michael Ellis, completed a 15-year prison sentence for the crime 2 years ago.
What does that say?
Oh, it's an advert. Roll-off deodorant. Keeps you wet and smelly.
But look on the bright side. They're gone, buddy.
Don't you care about anyone but yourself?
Hell no. I don't even care about you. The way I see it, if Goalpost Head and Freakface want to get themselves lost, that's their bag. I don't see why it should cut into my preening time.
I mean, the cat did live by himself practically, apart from that older guy for quite some time.
You pay him your leg hairs.
Only as an aid to the natural curl.
Fasten your belt.
Hey, I do not need fashion tips from you.
Safety belt. Look,
Is that what I think it is?
what do you think it is?
An orange whirly thing in space.
It's a time hole. That's where they are. We're going.
Yes and no. Sort of, they've gone far into the future during the big crunch.
But they're not.
I mean, because technically you could say this is the future, not the past.
That's weird. Let's take a look around. Maybe they left us a clue or something. What's this? Yeah, man, they must have pinned us to tell us where they'll be. What's it say? I don't know, it's in some weird foreign language. For real? Bye, suckers! You lost your bye! Stop peddling! Stop peddling! Get this thing in forward gear! It is in forward gear!
It's funny, this episode hasn't finished yet, and already I feel like it's better than any episode of Series 1 or 2.
I'm not moving another yard on this thing. I'm getting the pardon in the back of my head.
This is the place. I mean, back there's been coats and ribbons.
Moan, 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 moan.
Reverse Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. For the sensational reverse brothers, ladies and gentlemen, we shall see you last night.
Let's get a drink and go backstage. Hello? Excuse me? Can I have 2 pints of bitter, please? Bitter? 2 pints?
Yeah, she can't understand you, bud. You're wasting your time.
Yo, matey, what's that you drinking there? You know, drinky, beer skip.
Skip.
Ah, air skip. 2 pints of air skip, please. Air skip? 2. Was that difficult?
No, with a smile. There's no death here. You start off dead, you have a funeral, then you come to life. As each year passes, you get younger and younger until you become a newborn baby. Then you go back inside your mother, who goes back inside her mother, and so on, until eventually we all become one glorious whole.
Rimmer, you hardly are one glorious whole. You've totally flipped, man.
We want.
Okay, but look at the flip side of the coin. It's not all good. Take someone like, say, St. Francis of Assisi. In this universe, he's the petty-minded little sadist that goes around maiming small animals. Or Santa Claus. What a bastard. But he's the big fat git who sneaks down chimneys and steals all the kids' favourite toys.
That's so true.
It's about the contract. Oh, contract thing.
The contract,
You
yep.
can't just sack us like that.
What's all that about?
I don't know, Rimmer in a fight? That's a laugh for a start. So what's the plan?
I don't see Rimmer ever being in a fight.
I suppose. My back.
Maybe hiding while a fight is going on. Oh, that is gross. That is just disgusting. Ah. Oh, jeez.
We just gotta get out of here.
It's too disgusting.
Too disgusting.
That's done very well. I'm assuming they did it forward and then somehow reversed.
Where are you going, you coward? I've just worked out what happens to me back. Oh!
However they filmed it, they did a quite very good job of it.
How much is that, matey?
Why, yeah. Right. Get. Don't ask.
Pretty much. So, that was Red Dwarf Season 3, Episode 1, Backwards. Really enjoyed that. I especially enjoyed the CGI. I thought that was also a nice addition to the episode. I'm pretty sure this is the only episode that's like this. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think there's any. The whole idea of, the big crunch, as I said in the episode, I don't know much about the big crunch at all. Mine is more heat death of the universe. But the whole idea of backwards universe is good, it's a good storyline, and I think they did it very well in a comedic sort of sense. I'm trying to think, are there any more high points? No, let's just break it down though. Okay, so we start off with like some text about what's happened. Then we start off with an opener, which I'm assuming isn't like the regular one. We start off with the cat and Lister watching the Flintstones. Never seen many of the Flintstone episodes myself. I don't recall watching it all that much when I was young. We then have Rimmer and Crichton, who looks different to the one that was in series 2, was it? I think. They're doing a training sort of lesson. Crichton's training in this version of Starbug. He then accidentally hits the eject button. Then they go off into space. Holly is the autopilot, who's now female. Then they go into a time hole. I really like the effects of the time hole that are done. I was a little... I thought this fire was a bit weird, but of course if you're doing a fire backwards, it did sort of turn out to be right. Then they sort of figure out, oh, this is probably Earth, but everything's backwards, nod, no, or that sort of thing. Crichton figures it out pretty quickly. They're in a cafe, they're talking about, the backwards universe. Crichton has a Spock sort of mask. And he'd fit in very well in conventions, probably. I've never been to a convention before. Of any franchise. Then we have Lister and the cat looking for them. They find a time hole. Lister finds out that it's Earth. He goes down to the other Starbug. When he comes out of the water, he's perfectly dry. They don't figure out that they're in a backwards universe. They steal a bike and it ends up going backwards, and they still don't pick out that they're in a backwards universe. They just think they're in Bulgaria. They get a lift from a truckie. We then see Crichton and Rimmer doing a stand-up act. I liked what they were wearing. Thought that was pretty cool. I love, sparkling sort of things like that. Usually silver is more, or black sparkling sort of thing. But what they were wearing looked pretty good as well. Then we have Lister, who actually figures it out finally, and they drink they don't drink it. They expel it back into the beer mug. Rimmer and Crichton said they want to stay, but obviously it becomes an argument between what are the pros and cons sort of thing. Crichton and Rimmer get fired for a fight. Then the fight starts between basically Lister and the cat. They have a fight, really well done